Hi, I'm Greg Burkhart, Director of Safety and Training at the AGC in Northwest Ohio. I'd like to continue our series of talks on fall protection. Today I'd like to talk about harnesses, the attachment equipment, our lanyards, self-retracting lifelines, the inspection process, things like that, things that can actually save your life. Subpart M of the OSHA standard 1926 talks about fall protection. Our duty to have fall protection is at the level of 6 feet. So when our feet are 6 feet above a lower level, the OSHA standard says we must have fall protection. Also, if we are working above dangerous equipment, we must have fall protection. There are several different ways to achieve that fall protection. I'm going to talk about personal fall arrest systems today, the system that seems that everybody is aware of when we talk about fall arrest and fall protection. So to start off with, we have to have a proper anchor point. The manual says a 5,000-pound anchor point. That can be anything such as this for sloped roofs, anything that meets the standard for anchorage points, 5,000 pounds. So if we can hang an F-150 pickup truck from that anchor point, then we're good to go. These must be inspected, as everything in our personal fall arrest system must be inspected prior to each use. They also must have a tag on it. And that tag simply describes exactly how this must be attached to a roof. It gives us the location for the roof peak, the sheeting, and it even tells us how many nails and what size nails must be used in this. This is the start of the system right here, 5,000-pound anchor point. We can also have beam straps. Our beam strap, here again, must be inspected prior to each use. It must have an inspection tag on it. This one simply tells me one person, 310 pounds. Gives me my weight limit on this. Must be used properly. Can be wrapped around that beam, remembering, of course, that that beam must be able to withstand that 5,000 pound of force also. Just a simple beam strap. They also come in synthetic beam straps also. Same thing, the tag. I must be able to read the tag. It gives me the description of not only the material, but also the weight limit on there too. Okay. And to that we will attach a couple of different things. We could attach our 6-foot lanyard to that. Our 6-foot lanyard must be inspected again, making sure that there is no gouges, cuts, deformity in our hooks, our dual action hooks. Same thing on this end. And also to make sure that anything in here, there are no discolorations, cuts, or anything in our material on our lanyard. And to go along with that, inside this pouch is our literature, all we need for the use of our lanyard. We also have the ability to use what's called self-retracting lifelines for our fall protection system. Here again, these must be inspected prior to each use. We inspect the hooks. Here again, making sure there's no cuts in them, deformities, they're all straight, our dual action is working properly. We can extend our strap all the way out until it stops, looking for any type of discolorations, cuts, abrasions, anything that may contribute to the collapse or the failure of this system. And then we go up to our carabiner, making sure it is a self-locking carabiner and it works properly. Finally, our harness. I like to tell people to store your harness properly, hang them up on with the D hook, the D ring on the back. That way when you grab it, you can grab it and do your inspection very quickly. Starting with your D ring, you can look and make sure that there are no deformities, no cuts, no abrasions, nothing like that in your D-ring. Go down each one of your straps, looking at your straps, making sure the same thing. There is no discolorations in the material. There's no snags. Everything looks like it's in place where it should be. And this whole inspection usually only takes about 30 seconds or so to complete. We get down to these eyelets. We want to make sure that none of them are elongated. If they are elongated, that means that this system has had an impact put on it. If it has an impact put on it, then this system needs to be taken out of service. Along with that, you can see these are sewn over like that. These are just like your seat belts in your car. This also indicates there has been an impact on this system. I've got one on the left-hand side and then one on the right-hand side also. Those must be sewn over like that. Why do we do inspections on all of our equipment? Believe it or not, we have taken items like this off of job sites. There are people that are still using items like this to protect them, to save their life. Remember I said the dual action unlocking, single action, all corroded, discolored. We don't know if that's chemicals. We don't know what's on there. Somebody wore this with the anticipation that this would save their life. Donning or putting on my harness. This is an over the shoulder, easy to put on. For my leg straps, I want to make sure that when I reach under here that my leg straps are not twisted. I'll tuck these in to get them out of the way for right now. Also keeping in mind that everything needs to be out of your pockets. No cell phones, no wallets, nothing. Tighten these up, your leg straps, comfortably snug so that you can barely get your hand in between the strap and your pants. That's tight. That's perfect. Take your ends, slide them where they belong, up into the keeper, bring them back so that they do not get snagged on anything. Moving equipment, anything like that. And then when I tighten up my upper straps, I'm going to tighten up, bending over just slightly to crank my straps tighter. Nobody said these were very comfortable to wear, but what they do is save your life if you need them. If you look at my D-ring is in the middle of my back between my shoulder blades. This is probably one of the biggest things I see on job sites for improperly worn harnesses. Those will be in the middle of the back down here, and when you fall, if it's down low like this, instead of being vertical like this in the fall, you will be like this. And you do not want to be like that. You want to be able to have some control over yourself. Remember, properly wearing, properly inspecting your fall arrest system, your personal fall arrest system, makes it personal and could eventually save your life in the event of a serious fall. Wear your personal fall arrest systems properly. It will save your life.